What are the best and worst mid-sized SUVs that you can buy? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Up Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. For this video, I'm going to share 5 of the best mid-sized SUVs that you can buy with class-leading design, reliability, and value. I'll also share 5 mid-sized SUVs that are the total opposite that you should just stay away from. But before getting into it, remember, if you enjoy or get value of this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. So let's start off with the first SUV that you should be buying, and that is the Mazda CX90. The CX90 is the perfect SUV for those who want something on the luxurious side, but without spending the full luxury price. It is a very impressive SUV with excellent performance and handling, and a surprisingly powerful turbo inline 6-cylinder engine. And if you want, you can also get it as a plug-in hybrid, which will save you a lot of money on gas, and even has a dedicated electric range of around 26 miles or 42 kilometers. The CX90 also has a beautifully designed interior with luxurious finishes, great technology, and plenty of space for passengers and all your stuff. It also has a top-notch safety score from the IIHS, and Mazda has also built one of the best reputations for reliability on the market, which means it should be a very safe choice if you're buying for long-term ownership. This is especially true of the plug-in hybrid, which uses a time-tested Mazda Skyactiv 4-cylinder engine with proven reliability. All in all, an excellent choice to go for. But I would not say the same about the next SUV, which is the Kia Sorento. On the surface, the Sorento appears to have a lot of attractive qualities. It has a nice design, lots of impressive technology. You can get it as a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid, and it appears to offer good value with one of the longest warranties in the market. The major issue with it is that the reliability has just not been that great. It has received poor reliability ratings from Consumer Reports, iSeeCars, and CarEdge, and there have been a few significant quality issues and even safety recalls. The most common complaints include transmission failure and transmission problems with the 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, which comes on the higher trims. There have also been some reported engine issues and various electronic problems. The safest models seem to be the hybrids, which actually have the fewest reported issues, but really I'd say you're better off picking a different SUV altogether. If you want a spacious and practical mid-sized SUV, a much better option to go for instead would be the Honda Pilot. Unlike the Sorento, the Pilot does have a very well-proven reputation when it comes to reliability. It uses a time-tested 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine, which has been proven to be extremely reliable with very few reported issues. And because the Pilot is known for being reliable, it also has amazing resale value and very high owner satisfaction ratings. It also has an excellent safety score from the IIHS. It comes packed with a lot of great technology and a very spacious and practical interior. And if you don't need to have a 3-row SUV, you could also consider going for the Honda Passport, which comes with all the same amazing benefits of the Pilot in a slightly smaller package. But one mid-sized SUV that you certainly should not be buying is the Buick Enclave. The Enclave is Buick's mid-sized 3-row SUV that shares the same platform with the Chevrolet Traverse and the GMC Acadia. The issue with the Enclave is that it has had a rocky reputation when it comes to its reliability. Most of the issues center around the 3.6-liter V6 engine and the 9-speed automatic transmission, both of which have a number of reported issues, including complete engine or transmission failure. Although these issues are certainly not overly common, they are still a major concern, especially for those who don't have impeccable maintenance. And really, why should you be buying a vehicle that's so fragile that it needs to be over-maintained just in order to run reliably? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And because of its build quality concerns, the Enclave has rather poor resale value, and it's also extremely expensive for what you're getting. It's worth mentioning that GM has recently redesigned the Enclave's platform cousins, both the Traverse and the Acadia. Only time will tell whether they've addressed all of these issues, but in the meantime, let's move on to the next SUV that you should be buying, and that is the Toyota 4Runner. I think it's very safe to say that if you want to have one of the most reliable and best built mid-sized SUVs available right now, you really can't do any better than the 4Runner. A combination of having a strong, heavy-duty truck platform, being manufactured in one of the best manufacturing plants in Japan, and also having a very simple but also well-proven 4-liter V6 engine and 5-speed automatic transmission means that this is one of the most reliable SUVs that you can buy today. I think very few could argue that if you had to bet on one brand new vehicle reaching 500,000 miles while having the fewest number of issues, there's no better pick than the 4Runner. This is also a very capable off-road SUV. It's excellent for towing, has a very spacious and practical interior, and because it's so well made, has very strong resale value. Now the 4Runner is certainly not perfect. It has pretty poor fuel economy, has rather dated technology, and is not the most comfortable SUV to drive. But if you can get around these concerns, there's no question it's an excellent choice to go for. But the same certainly can be said for the next SUV on the list, which is the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Although the Grand Cherokee is a very popular mid-sized SUV, it does have a few concerns that you need to be aware of. Jeep has never really been known for having the best reliability, and the Grand Cherokee is certainly no exception to that. Although some owners have been very happy with them, you can also find just as many owners who have had constant reliability issues, and repairs can be surprisingly expensive. The build quality of the Grand Cherokee just seems to be really hit or miss, which also impacts its resale value, which is certainly not the greatest. And that's also due to the fact that the Grand Cherokee is just an extremely expensive SUV to buy, far more expensive than many other SUVs that it competes with. So even though it is a nicely designed SUV, it does have good performance and capability, and also comes with some good technology. It's just way too expensive and has too many build quality concerns to really be worth recommending. And now moving on to the next SUV that you should be buying, we have the Toyota Grand Highlander. If you like some of the benefits that you get with the 4Runner, but you want something that's more fuel efficient, more comfortable, and more up to date with technology, then the Grand Highlander is an excellent choice. Essentially a larger and much more spacious version of the Highlander, which is also a great SUV, the Grand Highlander is easily one of the best choices in the 3-row SUV segment. It offers a few different drivetrain options, a conventional gas engine, a really fuel-efficient hybrid, or a high-performance hybrid with the Hybrid Max, all of which are great choices. It also comes with a lot of great features and technology. It has a great safety rating, and it offers excellent value for everything that you're getting. It might not be the fanciest SUV, but it certainly does excel in all the most important areas that really matter to most consumers, and for that it's a really easy recommendation. One thing's for sure, it's certainly a much better choice than the next SUV, which is the Volkswagen Atlas. Now admittedly, the Atlas does have a lot of qualities that do make it a really attractive choice. It does have a nice design, a well put together, feature-packed interior, and it does have a ton of interior space and cargo space. The issue with the Atlas, much like the other worst SUVs on this list, is that the reliability just hasn't been the greatest. Some owners have certainly been lucky and very happy with them, but the Atlas has had a lot of reported reliability issues. And most of these issues center around the engine, transmission, but mostly they're electronic related. And the issue with Volkswagen is that their repair costs are definitely not that cheap. Unfortunately, Volkswagens are known for being extremely expensive to repair here in North America, certainly a lot more than most of their rivals. So unfortunately, the Atlas is just not the greatest choice to own past the warranty period, and you are better off buying one of the other SUVs instead. And that brings us to the last two vehicles on this list. Now I just couldn't finish off this list without including at least one or two luxury brands. And if I had to pick one mid-sized luxury SUV to be the absolute best pick, well, it would have to be the Lexus RX. All things considered, it's really tough to find a safer pick for a mid-sized SUV than the Lexus RX. Its reputation for reliability is absolutely legendary and has been very consistent over the past 25 years. And that strong reliability and very low cost of repair also helps it to maintain really high resale value, much better than almost any other comparable luxury SUV. The RX is also extremely well designed, with a really well made and super comfortable interior that comes packed with a lot of great technology. The RX also has an exceptional safety score, and you can get it in a few different options depending on what you're looking for. The RX 350 has a conventional gas engine, or you can get a hybrid or a high-performance hybrid with the RX 350h or 500h, and it's even now available as a plug-in hybrid with the RX 450h Plus. Whichever way you go, there's no easier luxury SUV to recommend than the Lexus RX. And that leaves us with the last SUV, which, safe to say, is the complete opposite, and that would be any Land Rover. Now, I know it's not great to generalize an entire brand, but in this case, I think it's a pretty safe conclusion. Unfortunately, the entire Range Rover lineup, whether you're looking at the Discovery Sport, the Range Rover Velar, or the full-size Range Rover, have all just been plagued with so many repair and reliability concerns that they're just too difficult to recommend. Admittedly, there have been a lot of happy owners, but unfortunately, there have also been just as many unhappy ones that have had constant reliability issues. These include everything from engine and drivetrain problems to ongoing electrical problems, all of which are extremely expensive to repair. It's extremely difficult to go into a Land Rover dealership and not come out with a 4-figure repair bill. That's just the way it is. And because of these issues, Land Rovers not only have the highest cost of ownership, but they also have the worst resale value because used car buyers are just afraid to go anywhere near them. I've driven plenty of Range Rovers, including all the latest models, and there's no question they have amazing designs, comfort, and luxury. They really are among the very best. But they just have way too many concerns, especially in the long run, to make them worth recommending, which is why I'm putting them in last place. So there you have it. Let me know what you thought of this list, and which of these vehicles would you consider buying? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also check out my other car videos by clicking these links over here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and if you need additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcanada.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.